Wait.
Technologies Private Limited aim to provide the quality standard learning and cyber security services. Mature Resources Global Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited aim to provide the quality standard learning and cyber security services. Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited and RGT invite you to take an advantage of our
यार क्या है यार?
Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited aim to provide the quality standard learning and cyber security services. Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited and RGT invite you to take an advantage of our training programs, which are specially designed to provide training services to achieve international standards. Our mission is to be a high integrity partner. Mature Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited aim to provide the quality standard learning and cyber security services.
Repeat खत्म करना है. Repeat करें. मेरे पास ये आ गई. मेरे पास तो ये आ गई. अभी ये शेयरिंग हो रही है.
Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited.
बड़ी सामान में आ गई. मेरे इंटरनेट ही बंद हो गया.
Mature Resources Global Technologies Private Limited aim to provide the quality standard that
अभी कौन सी आ रही है स्क्रीन?
Hello, I can't audible your voice here. Hello, I can't audible your voice here. Sorry, sorry for interrupt.
Good evening. This is Buddy from MRGT. I hope so. You can, all guys can hear me. Is this okay?
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Are you guys are able to hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Loud?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear.
Just I have let me set up my microphone. I'm thinking that I'm having some issue with my. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
So your mic is working fine.
Sorry, actually.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes. Actually, I was working on some other video training, so my phone was, microphone was, actually busy there, so I was not, able to hear you guys. But I was hearing, from the laptop speakers. So, this is Buddy. If you guys are Pakistani, then you might know me already. But I'm seeing, some people from Africa, India as well. So I'm working with, let me introduce myself. I'm working with the MRGT, which is the one of leading training provider in Pakistan, especially, on Reddit, we have, two certified instructor from Reddit as well. I'm the lead trainer, having most senior level in Pakistani Reddit professional communities. Last month, I, passed my 17th exam. So till now, and still, I'm working on the other stuff, but I work on a lot of other technologies like Kubernetes, uh, Partially I work with Symantec, EMC, but mostly I want to work with, the Reddit products. So uh, we are partnered with, like Pearson VE, RSA, Kaspersky, EC Console, Red Hat, and we also authorize, PSI Exam Center, and we have the clients like PTCL, Ufone, Royal Cyber, and some others you can see on the list. So today, I'm just going to start with Red Hat System Administration 3, which is known as Linux Automation. So the course code is RH294, and the exam is like it's EX294, which is not like previous exam, which was like 300, and it was a simple Reddit engineer exam, and now it's with Ansible. So let's start with the course. So the course which we are going to start, which is known as Administration 3, it's a level 3 course. The course code is 294, and it's actually for the system administrators and developers, and like professionals, system professionals, who want to automate the provisioning, configuration, and application development, and as well as installation. So you guys will be learning Ansible. You will be not deploying the task as normal, like if you are going to configure storage, Apache server, like DNS, like even creating users. So this will be using Ansible. So the course objective is is about installing and our control node and Ansible engine, and then we'll be moving to managing of inventories, how we can manage the host, and we can which we want to prepare for the Ansible automation. And then there are like simple commands which are known as ad hoc commands, which we mostly use for testing purposes, like if we deployed some like software, or any component, or we made the change, so we use ad hoc commands mostly to test that configuration on those systems. Primarily we are working with the YAML and Ansible playbooks to automate our task on the managed host. I'll discuss about the managed host, the control node, thing in the coming pages. So we will be working on Ansible Vault to secure our sensitive information like passwords, keys, etc. And then we'll be learning about the roles. Roles are very powerful feature which we mostly use to reuse the code. When you will learn about Ansible, after that you will be getting information about the roles. Roles are there are there is a product known as Ansible Galaxy. It's available on the website. So you will be having thousands of those, like you want to Apache LAMP stack, you want to install Oracle, you want to install Apache Nginx, load balancer. So most of the roles are available for almost all of Linux flavors like Debian, Ubuntu, Red Hat, even Red Hat early version like 6, 7. So just you need to make some changes according to your infrastructure. And the most important objective of the exam is the system administration tasks. So the lastly you will be working on the system roles, working with the storage, working with networking, and a lot of other stuffs. So audience is for its course is for the Linux system administrators, DevOps engineers, infrastructure automation engineers, actually the people who are interested to work on CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous delivery stuff. So prerequisite is, that either you have passed, EX200 RSCSA, or you had equivalent, experience. So the why I like Red Hat, I'm working from last 10 years with Red Hat, like certifications, even working as a professional. So why I like this Red Hat? The Red Hat training beauty is that, training and exams beauty is that they are performance based. So any performance based course, you need a classroom environment. So Red Hat provide, you with a classroom, with a guides and a classroom environment where you build your skills. You have the automated scripts to build the labs, to reconfigure the labs, to reset the labs, to actually to mean your build your curve, for your skills. So here in the classroom environment, will be having a couple of networks, like we have student network and we have classroom network. Classroom network is, actually we have a classroom content materials where we have the repositories, where we have the grading script, where we have the documentation and all related, material is there. And then, we have student network, which is having 4 servers, and which are known as managed hosts. And then, you will be having a router known as Bastion, which connect you with both networks. And workstation is your Ansible managed node, from where you will, write the code, YAML, playbooks, and and using that you will be configure those managed hosts. So workstation, we have workstation over here, and those we have 5 systems, all those from server A to server D, and those belong to one DNS domain, which is lab.example.com. Each system has a username, user account available with the name of student, with the same password student, and we have also root password on all system, and having the same password. This password is for the training purposes only. Production, it's not recommended to have a simple password like a normal dictionary password, like Red Hat, system or something. So there is a classroom machines, and what the role. So Bastion is a router. Is the part of lab.example.com domain, and it has IP of 172.25. So most of all systems have 172.25.25.0/24 network. So Bastion.lab.example is a gateway system which connect student private network to classroom server, and this should be running. If Bastion is not running, you will not able to work on your lab, like accessing your servers, your classroom machine. And the workstation is a graphical workstation, is used system, and this machine will also work as a control node for Ansible, and it has the IP of 172.25.25.0.9. And then you have first server A, and then accordingly you have server B, C, D, and they are managed hosts, which we are using here in our environment. We have other servers as well, known as content.example.com, material.example.com, which actually we have the source software and lab materials for your hand-on activities is there. So controlling your systems. So this is not for you actually, because we are having a classroom training. This is for Red Hat actually have the 2 different type of training mostly. One is Red Hat online learning, which is provide on a hosted AWS or any infrastructure on the cloud, and this is known as role, Red Hat online learning environment. So if you have role, then you will be using this part of information, like how you control the system, how you can start the machine, and what the status, like starting, stop, waiting to start. And then you'll be getting here option to build your lab, provision your lab, delete your lab, and then start lab, shut down lab. And then you'll be having the timer information, like because the cloud, or the most is, because Reddit is also built for machine usage, resource usage over there. So there will be having some timer like of 60 minutes by default. In the start it is all like unlimited, so we are playing for the whole day and night. But now they even sometimes we leave machine powered on, so it's still powered on for like a couple of hours. But now they have auto stop timer to manage this billing and control this information. So Reddit sports, over here it's mentioned like 22 languages, but it's officially support more languages, like it's English, Assamese, Bangla, Chinese, Malayalam, Marathi. So even Punjabi over there, but I believe this is Punjabi from our brothers' place like India. Even Telugu is there, Tamil is there. So we can have per user language selection when we are working with multiple languages, like we are translating codes, or we have offices, multiple offices worldwide. Like one is France, so we France, one is in China, one is in India, one in Pakistan. So we'll be working with multiple languages. So in that case, we have to use multiple languages, for sure. So we have command genome control center region command, which we where we can set up our multiple languages keyboard information, this stuff. And actually the language selection by this snippet of the code in the bash RC file. And then we have lang variable. We can export the lang variable for even simple command as well. Like here we are using French language, and we are just displaying the date, but we can change it as well for the whole system. But in that case we need to restart the system. And the system-wide language setting can be used to manage with local CTL. Like we have the example here, local CTL set local, and then lang equal the fr the dot utf8, and it's stored in etc/local.conf file. And then we have language packs available. Most of the language they have phones and just some helping stuff, software for them. So they are available over here in the form of language packs. They are we can use them because they are RPMs, rather package software. So we can use it use to manage it using lang available, lang install, lang remove, these commands. And the beauty of the Reddit training is, that they have very, precise, information. They don't want to, dump you with a 300-400, pages of documentation and just small, practical of like 1-2 labs or something. So Reddit, it has a very, powerful training, system available. Like they have guided exercise, they have small topics like 3, 4, 5 pages, and then they move to the guided exercise. And then like if they are having like 3, 4 topics, so each topic have the guided exercise, and at the end you have a lab. The guided exercise, exercises are like pretty straightforward. They just teach you like a baby step. Like if you are creating user, they will tell you user add this, then set the password patch wd this, then you want to test using login SUFNL, the username. So they tell you each baby step. But the lab, is just like, exam, that they will give you scenario and you have to finish. But over here in the books, you have, the key as well at the end. So also they, provide you, information in the preferences section uh, about the, the manual pages as well. Manual pages, most people, they say that, okay, Google is our best friend, but I say no. If the system has complete information available in the form of manual pages on your system. So you better use to those manuals. Sometimes you might not get the information on the internet, and other might be you don't have internet, and you have to perform fix that task. So if we want to set different languages, then we have language codes available over there. So you can use like if you want to set Telugu, then you have to use TE_IN.UTF8, lang value code. So let's move on to introduction to Ansible. So what is Ansible? Ansible is known as very powerful infrastructure. So I work myself with a couple of dev tools like Puppet, Chef. But those guys, what the blocker is there. Those are good tools like Ansible. But the beauty of Ansible is being agentless. If I want to use Puppet and I want to push, code on, like 100 web servers, I want to, manage those machines and put the Puppet, recipes and all this, change the, make the changes, using Puppet recipes. Then I have those guys need to, have agent like over there. But in case of Ansible use, if you talk about the, talk about the next family, then they don't need any of agent installed on client side. But in the Windows case, we need to have some thing like tools installed on there, but they are not the big one. So Ansible use open simple SSH feature, which make it robust and very powerful and unique from others. So over here, will be describing about like why we should move to Ansible, right? So fundamental Ansible concept, basic architecture, and sorry, sorry, right? And then we'll be or there we will be having one guide to install the Ansible and configure the machine as a Ansible control node. So Ansible. So or we in the system administration and like infrastructure, we mostly in the past, before Ansible, or like if you talk about the Puppet or those things. So we mostly do the all the system administration related tasks using command line, utilities available, over there. So system administration, they have to perform those checklists, documentation, and memorize those tasks to like have it like memorize routine, every day do have, if they want to create the users, then you either you have they have to write a script or do provision all this stuff in manual way. So those the problem was there, like or there, like mostly we have errors, our approach errors, and mistakenly we most of the time was or oftenly we had the mistake, we had a lot of problems over there. So we will not be having like expected outcome. So automation, automation came, it helped us to avoid the problem. We were working with have like multiple environment, like dev, production, like QA sort of things. So Ansible is known as infrastructure as a code. So the beauty of Ansible is like is one of the best tools which use a very simple human language known as YAML. YAML is pretty easy language, is and why I think that YAML is provided us by this Ansible guys, that I'm also working from last like 22 years. So we system admins are mostly the laziest people, actually we mostly hate programming and all this stuff. So if like we have to work with Python, and it's it's mostly difficult with the normal system administrators. So YAML is very easy language. We have data dictionary, code, a simple indentation, and Ansible has the modules, and with modules make it very powerful. So we use modules which has a pretty powerful documentation, and we call those modules and put over there. And like we for the users, we have user module, same because for uh, the software installation we have YAM app, a lot of other modules available out there. We'll be studying them later in later. So Ansible, is it's a very simple, tool which use very simple automation language YAML, and we mostly use Ansible playbooks. Ansible playbooks are actually, we use those modules, you know, which we mostly, use as ad hoc commands as well. And Ansible is a very simple. We don't need to, write a complex code or something. And it's powerful. It's gentle as, it's use OpenSSH and, for Windows, WinRM, and the beauty is that, it has cross-platform support. Like we can use it to automate Linux systems, Unix, Windows, and network devices, physical, virtual cloud, and container, all sort of environments. You know, sorry. So it's use human readable automation language known as YAML, and it's like a simple. We have simple text-based files. And we can use Git. It's very easy to use integrate Git with to like for version controlling, and it also supports static and dynamic inventories. Also, it's same like orchestration. We can use it with Red Hat, Satellite, Jenkins, Puppet, and others as well. So Ansible is the language of DevOps. From deployment to production, we have the playbooks, and then we have multiple uh, life cycle environments, and we can, you know, fully integrate those environments. So Ansible has, the power of Ansible is it has, a lot of, modules, which has actually small piece of code. Me to say those modules can be in Python, PowerShell, and even sometimes you can say they can be written in the Bash as well. The powerful the feature of Ansible is adaptation. Mean to say, let's we have an example. Like I mostly travel. When I provide training to like inter Pakistan, or sometimes I have to travel to outside of the country as well. So what I do, I travel and I have a bag, and I have my clothes over there. So when I come back, I said my daughter that okay, please wash this clothes. So I have a couple of dirty and couple of clean clothes as well. So there is most some people mostly use dump approach. They put all the clean and dirty one inside the washing machine, and the clean all of even the 40 or 60% were already clean, and like 40 out of 100 those 60% were clean and 40% were dirty. So actually those dirty one need to be washed, right? Cleans, they are already clean, so they just should be separated, and separated, and started cleaning with the dirty ones. So that approach has Ansible. Like if you push the code on like 100 web servers, and because of maybe network was busy, or there was a power outage or internet issue, so you provision 80 systems. So it means 80% was deployed successfully. So 20% revenue. So when you run the playbook, second time, it will only start from those 20% remaining. So this approach is known as redundancy. So this is also one of the powerful feature of Ansible, and it also Ansible has a plugins. We can use those plugins as well, and we can use even web GUI as well. We can use Reddit has a very powerful web-based tool known as Ansible Tower. So if you know Ansible, if you know Ansible, the Ansible Tower is very easy for you. It has a graphical interface. It's actually one of the powerful product from Reddit as well. So it also use web GUI and RESTful API. So this is architecture of Ansible. we have the playbooks, and then, we have inventory, we have API, we have modules, and we have plugins, and then we have hosts and our networking devices, and uh, we have CMDB and public private cloud, and we have dynamic. We can get the dynamic inventory from there, and we can push code using the Ansible playbooks. So as we know that complexity kill the product. So as Ansible is very simple. We don't write complex playbooks or very long playbooks. We just write small books. Like if we have to configure like load balancer, we have to configure the web server, we can configure DB server. So we use separate playbooks for them. We don't want to dump the code in one. And the problem is with that code, that it can be troubleshooting will be taking more time, or sometimes have a lot of issues. And how Ansible works, like if you have like multiple servers in the environment, like you have load balancers, you have app servers, you have like DB servers. So what we actually do, like we pool the machines, right? Like if we have like 100 servers, so what we do, we get that first 10 servers, we stop monitoring in the Negios or Groundverse or Zabbix anywhere, and then we remove those servers from the load balancers, and then stop service, and we deploy the services. And same, then we reverse those stuff. We after deployment, we revert those steps. After deployment, we start the services. We put those in accordingly in the reverse order to you know and enable the monitoring, and then move to next 10 machines. So use cases for is like configuration management and application deployment, provisioning of system. Previously, Reddit don't have this feature of like provisioning when Ansible started, but now they have that provisioning feature as well, that you can deploy machines using exe boot in a bare metal environment as well in cloud, and we can also use this security and compliance and like continuity and orchestration as well. Now we have one tool known as Terraform as well. Those guys work in the same way. So installing Ansible. Over here, we'll study about control nodes and manage nodes. So the machine where we install the Ansible is known as control node. So control node can be your laptop, your workstation, your server. It can be like even a small virtual machine, but you should have Linux over there. Windows cannot become a control node. For those, we need if we want to set up a control node, we need Python 3, and it's 3.5 or 11. And if we are using Python 2, we are using 2.7 or later. So in enterprise Linux, we are currently having Ansible is 2.8, and we also and it can automatically install it also installed platform Python package over there. And if we need to Python, like if we need to install this Python 36 or 20, we can use it from AppStream. And here we are checking that is platform Python is installed. Yes, it's installed, and it's the part of installer is the repository is Anaconda, so it means it's installed during installation. Ansible engine, we can download from this. We can read this article and download that from our Reddit website. We need Ansible 2.8 for RHEL 8, 64-bit RPM repositories, and also Ansible 2 for RHEL 8 repositories to deploy this Ansible engine. So if you got that Ansible engine 2 subscription, then you need subscription manager register command to register it and set the role as enterprise Linux server for the system. Then you can grab the information about available subscription, and then you attach the relevant pool which has Ansible engine 2 available, and then after that you have to enable this repository, and then you can use yum command to. So even you can use DNF as well. I mostly use DNF on Red Hat 8 because it's available. And then you can use subscription manager refresh repos enable command, and then you can use yum install Ansible command to install Ansible. Managed hosts, those are our machines, like they are network devices, they are database servers, they are web servers, they are physical machines that even they are, it can be our cloud. So we need to install yum module, install Python 36 on them. If those are Red Hat, and if there are 7, they mostly support 2.7, I believe. And 7, we also need Python 3 libc Linux package as well. We have sometimes we have network devices which don't have Python installed. For those devices we use Ansible raw module to perform operations. For Windows hosts, we need to have Net Framework 4.0, or we need PowerShell 3.0 as well. We can manage plenty of network devices, like from Cisco, from Juniper, from Arista, from Vios, and a lot of ours. And we have one course, DO407, for network automation as well. So Ansible engine. So this is our fast guided exercise. Let me. I have this is a foundation machine which has course setup for RH294. So we have Red Hat training virtual machine control command, which we can use to check the status of our lab environment. Let me check that one of my main machine classroom is available. So it's available. Let me check the connectivity to classroom. So I'm good. So let me check with workstation is Boston. So Boston is okay. Workstation. So workstation okay. Let me check. Correctly with server A. Server A is live. Let me see server D. Server D is also okay. So I have to log into workstation. By default, it has SS configured to log in as a student. So over here we'll be setting up our workstation as a control node. So we have lab script over here. We'll use lab intro install start command to set up the lab. So it's configuring control node packages. So no lab is set up. So the first step is that we'll be installing Ansible on our workstation to make designate is a control node. So let me search. Check the repository. So we have AppStream, we have Bazel, and we have also RHCL 8 server Ansible 2.8 repository. So we are good. So let me search for the Ansible package. Okay, we get that one. So either we use sudo -i either to become interactive as a root, either we use sudo yum install command. So we need SSH pass as a dependent package for Ansible. So this lab will be provided to the students. The same lab which I am working, which will be provided to the students. So you can practice and build your. So now Ansible installs. So let's check which version we got over here. So Ansible version, and we have Ansible 2.8.0, and we are using the default etc Ansible / Ansible.csg configuration file, and we are using home student.ansible /plugin/modules as well as user share Ansible plugin/modules directory for modules, and we are also using the Python module location, which is usual length Python 3.6 site dep practice Ansible as well, and an Ansible binary location is user bin Ansible, and Python version we are using over is 3.6.8, and it's so let's check the Python module and grep for Ansible Python version. So it's 3.6, which is the same. So we have very nice script available. So we'll be clean .lab and proceed for the other labs as well. So, so this was about the installation of it. So let's have questions. Let's talk. I'm almost finished with the demo. So let's have questions. Anybody has question about training Ansible or exams, any stuff? Guys, are you there? Were able to hear me or not? I'm alone.
Yes,
Zishan.
we can hear you.
Yes, Zishan, have you any question about the training, exam or any related to
No,
the?
not yet. Any question related to this?
So anyone else like there is Ali, there is Adrian, there's Amanullah, there's Bilal, there's Fawwe, there's Fawze Mahmood. I believe this brother is from, Arabia, like some African country. So Mahesh is also there. Mahesh Singh, do you have any question? Shrikant, bro, do you have any question or you're good to go?
Sir, I have a few questions. First of
Yeah,
all,
please.
first of all, uh, to pass the exam, okay, we must follow the book page by page. But to clear the concept, okay, what is actually Ansible and what we can do? So, I mean to how we can be hands-on before the exam, because as I attempt exam before on version 7, sorry, version 6, but now my exam is expired, so I need to renew it. So I mean, and this is new for me, by the way. So so
Uh,
as per the
yeah,
RHCE,
please.
I feel like we need to be hands-on in order to sit in the exam, because we don't have much enough time to finish the exam on time. So to achieve this time utilization, we need to be hands-on. So how we can be hands-on in Ansible first?
Ansible, the thing is, if you are talking about the training, then the training we have the lab, right? If
Yeah.
you are, joining us, in this course, then you will be having the lab, which lab I was performing different tasks like installing, the Ansible. So that's lab you can use to build your skills which are required in the exam. Otherwise, what you can do, uh, like you can have like four or five virtual machines, and you have one host like 1 or 2 GB memory, and you can even use CentOS 8 for that one. So your virtual, your like physical machine, you can make it as a control node, and then you're gonna have like 4 or 5 virtual machines, and you can designate them as a manage host, and it perform all the tasks like which are mentioned over here, like creating users, installing software. Like I had also this Red Hat 6 exam. So those engineer exam was simple, like a manual way. Like if we are going to configure the Apache, we just use yum install like HTTP, and then we have to edit the configuration file, all this stuff, and put the the website over there. But over here, you have to do all this using your Ansible playbooks, which are written in YAML language. So,
Okay.
so let me give you one simple example over here for how like if you want to install Apache server, right? So what you have to do. So let me write deploy the YAML file, and there or there so what my playbook name is like is the deploying web service. So host, so I have a group of web servers. So there can be 20, 30. Then I have a task section. Okay, I'm going to start with first talk. Make sure related packages are installed.
Sir, how you add these annotations, the spaces?
Who's this? Amanullah?
Yes, Aman.
Yes, I'll be explaining you. You let me write the code. So state, there are the states like latest. I want to, you know. So now my YAML is closed. So this is just, it's equivalent to yum install HTTPD, right? So I have, the very nice command available to check syntax. So now it will check my syntax. So syntax is okay, but I don't have written any inventory file, so it's okay. So actually, bro, as I'm using Vim, so we have to configure the Vim. So I have configured the Vim RC file, to set up, like line numbers, tab spaces. By default, the tab space use like 8 characters. So I used to make it like 2, then I have soft basis, then expand tape, and then auto indentation. These sort of information I put in the Vim RC file. So that's why that guy looks some fancy. So over here, this is the
Hello.
yeah, please.
Yeah, sir. How can we can set up our own lab in our laptop, own server?
Mahesh, actually, you guys need like a machine with like at least, I think so that 8 GB will be enough. So either
Okay.
you can use VirtualBox and have install, Reddit over there on one machine, and then install, make that guy as a control node, and then you have like couple of like a 4 or 5 hosts, which you install same in VirtualBox or VMware Workstation. I mostly use because Reddit exams are mostly they use KVM, so I use KVM virtualization.
But there are commands which you showed in the PDF, that lab and all. How
That's
we can?
Bro, Mahesh, that's our first. One of Reddit certified instructor. So we instructor are provided with Reddit stuff, so we can build our labs. So normal people, they are not able to build that labs. These are for instructors and trainers from Reddit.
Okay. 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 Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you can practice, using, you have, Ansible documentation, but it will take some more time, because this is the pre-built environment, and it's like you can see, we have the let me tell you about the script. So we can rebuild, like I can reset, this machines in a, in just like 5 minutes, so that machine will be, resetting. Even I can rebuild a new server, over there. Like I can say it like full reset. So you can see that it will, reset, complete, training environment for that machine. So it takes seconds, or minutes. So this is from Reddit. This is not mine, but being a certified instructor from Reddit, so I have access to all this stuff. And we MRGT are Reddit official partner for classroom environment, even classroom training, virtual training, as well, classroom exams and QSIC exams. So we are one in Pakistan who have also classroom training as well, classroom exams available. Any questions? So I was talking with who? Mr. Amanullah, right? So are you okay?
जी सर.
So Adrian, you might have some questions. We have Adrian here, we have Fazze, and we have uh, Oswaldo. That guy might be from Kenya. Ethiopia or somewhere. Osama, you have a question?
No, so far I'm okay.
That's clear, Radiant. If you have any questions, you can ask me, or I'm over here for some time because I have, after 1 hour, I have one other class as well. But I'm available for some time over here right now. So you guys can have questions, even for exam, even for Ansible product, even for the training, financial matters, all this, because I'm working as a CTO as well. But I mostly care for, the technical stuff. So you can talk with the team, MRGT team for the financial stuff and the class schedule and all this. So let me know if anyone have any question. I'm out there.
If anybody do have a question,
Are you hearing me now?
you're free to ask, and we are very welcome to you for answering any kind of questions.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, PY Cloud, do you have any question?
Sometimes my neighbors' dogs, they become, very hyper. They start barking at, the, like like hell. Oh my God, you guys need to stop.
Do you guys have any further questions? Yes, Osama, go ahead. Okay, it's Sadiq Bandia is asking like when the training going to start. The training are going to be started from very next week, as soon as our batch completes, and we will start the same week, inshallah.
Guys, you are free to ask.
There a way?
You don't need to hesitate. I think so.
By the way, there is a question. Is there a way for me to create a VM using Ansible, whether using hypervisor or VMware?
Yeah, Ansible has a pretty, if you have, have look at, Ansible, we have a lot of modules to provision, those stuff. So let me. So it should have, the modules for VMwares. So who is asking about this question? So it has VMware modules. So let me guest tools, video, guest VNC. So a lot of tools are there, guys. Ansible is a very powerful product. Like you say VMware configure cluster backup, right? So let VMware data center. So definitely, so we have a module for VMware deploy OVF. So let me go through this guy. So vMotion and everything is there. So modules are very powerful, and there are the examples. Like if you want to deploy VMware OVF templates, then you have this information. You should have, the host name where using the host name, vCenter host name as a variable. So you have a couple of, examples there. So let me see. I think so. That guy should be with the name of host. So when host, so VMware hosts SNMP, power management, setup NTP, lockdown, VM host.
By the way, there are two further questions as well.
Yeah.
So we will go one by one.
Yes.
In the written form, I'm going to read it for you. Okay. One of our candidates is saying, is Red Hat RHCE 204 cert guide by Center Van is good enough for the exam?
I rather don't put the. I read that thing, but I don't say. But it's not like not Red Hat guide. I just gone through that one, but it will help. But I don't know it will help you to pass it in first attempt. I'm not sure. Even you can get the
Okay.
guide from Oscar Gori as well. I've gone through that both guides, but I'm not sure. Or rather, I'm not going to comment on this one. He's a nice author.
So we can say that like Red Hat own 294 is more specific for the exam as well as the market.
Yes. Frankly speaking, this guide is
okay. The next question. Okay, there's a question from Mr. Osama who is asking that so we shouldn't use the specific product like Terraform or Infra.
Ansible, covers all this, so you don't need Terraform for that one, because Ansible and Ansible Tower both are both can solve your
Okay, there's another question. Yeah. There's a question I want to answer as well. Is there any free training material to prepare RHCE 294 exam? Brother, if you look into the market, or if you look into any specifics of the life, nothing is so much free. Like you have to pay at least your time, at least your attention, or a little bit money for learning something very accurate to use into your conventional life or for passing an exam. So 294 is say the latest thing in RHCE, Red Hat Certified System and Engineering. So you have to pay something for it, at least.
There can be free training, free guides available, but I seen a lot of many times there are a lot of typos. Like I seen a lot of how to's are available. Some people intentionally miss them, but free trainings, you can search them, but they will not guarantee you to and look, if you get a free training, right, and you use that training and you attempt in the exam and you fail, so you lost $300. So what it makes sense. A lot of people argue on this, and sometimes after failing exam they request me, sir, we need your help. So what it mean?
And
I
I
ask
will
you,
add it add to it. Okay, only not those $300 to $400.
you'll also
have
lose the time
wasted
as
your
well.
time as well.
Yes, time as well. Yeah.
That dedication you have paid to it.
Yes. That's MIT trainers are also on that dedication. And I don't think so we charge too much. Even if you talk about the Canada or somewhere, I seen these courses in more than 2,000 US dollars per course.
Yeah, exactly. If you can show us the conventional page of the Red Hat where they're offering their trainings.
And I don't think so. Reddit participated in Cyber Monday or Black Friday. I know them.
We've never seen it.
Even I was looking for those vouchers because I'm thinking to have 5, 6 exam, in coming 6 months. So even I was not getting that vouchers free.
Okay, Mr. Sadik Bandia is asking, what is the price for the training? I'm going to tell you, as you know that an official training charges for at least uh, $2,000. So we're not going to charge that much. We're going to charge for training only 25,000 PKRs for whole trainings, and it will be delivered by Mr. Badiu Zaman, and we are going to provide you practice labs as well. You can use your practice labs 24/7 from anywhere of the world.
And I didn't introduce my Reddit profile, that who I am. So actually, some guys might be confused. I'm still a Reddit level 3 architect. I'm also Ansible certified. You can see my profile. We professional have the ID. So my ID is 110-868-098. So I'm one of lucky Pakistani guy who have more than 8 certifications from Red Hat and 17 exams. And we are not charging, I believe so. Those 20, we are just charging $150, right? And that includes Naveed. That includes our, the lab access as well, right? It's not sold separate, or even the training material, right? And even the exam prep will be included.
Exam will not be included in it. Exam will
Preparation.
be the people
Exam preparation.
actually everybody knows that in EMEA region the exam is for regularly it is for $400 to $450. So what we're gonna do, the people who gonna take exam from us, we can provide exam to them only in $300.
Yeah, will be.
So somebody was asking me amount in amount in dollars will be 155. So the people who will be taking exam from us, training from us, we're gonna give them exam. I just came to know that we're going to give them exam only in $250.
Sure. So that makes sense. Like they will be getting a whole package in $400, right? I'm right, or
Exactly.
400
Exactly.
something. So you guys also started Cyber Monday, right? Or
Yeah.
Black Friday.
For a single exam, the people are not going to be paying $2,400. They are just going to pay $400 for training plus practice labs plus exam, and for their exam review sessions as well. Any other question for me, your side, guys?
So there is also someone from Noid, our partner, Noibi, right? From US.
I beg your pardon. I was drinking water.
Bro, I was asking about, the Noibi, right? Our US partner. Those guys are there? I believe some international participants over there.
Yeah, we were just providing the prices for it. Yes.
So,
So they can
I'm
check
good
it
to
out in
leave.
the message box, like MOGD has written.
So,
So
I
guys,
want
we're
to.
going to close this session now. If you have any other question, we are here to answer you.
I believe those guys are good, so I want to leave. Have a good day. Have a good night, guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Bhai.
Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you, thank you.
time.
Have a good day as well with the people who are from abroad.
Yeah, because that's a start of start of day for the US guys. Okay, guys.
Yes. Thank you very much. Zohair is saying like, thank you very much, buddy, for such a nice session. Thank you very much to you, Zohair Hassan. Thank you very much for your time as well.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Zohar bhai.
And thank you, guys. Thank you,
I
everybody,
appreciate your
for joining
comment.
us. Thank you very much.